Hello to all the geek enthusiasts and nerd aficionados. This is Mess 5150 from MaliceCast, back with episode 15. We are back to business. Here on the cast, we've got quite a few joining us. We got the chat room going on, so you guys sound off in the chat room. Let us know who's in there and what your thoughts are on everything. But let's get into it and talk about what we're going to actually be talking about on this week's cast. First and foremost, we're going to be going into the nerd news like we always do. They're going to be touching on stuff having to do with the mini SNES and some comic book movies and stuff like that. Then we're going to go straight into our Nerd Fight poll results. That's going to be for the best Doctor Who villain results. That you can vote on continuously still right now if you haven't voted in the last 12 hours. So make sure you get your votes in for that. We're going to go into our main segment, which is going to be what sequels to older movies would you like to see? This is just in commemoration of some of these older movies that are getting sequels right now. And lastly, we're going to start our new Nerd Fight, which is going to be the best Doctor Who companion team. And if you look up in the corner, there's that little eye that pops up when you scroll up over there. That little eye is a poll that you can click on. We're going to get the chat room vote from that. That's some of the more popular team ups. We want to know from you guys which one of those teams you think is the best for the chat room vote. So that's it for that.
That's his shouting, and Robert's ready for some comments.
Okay. Hey Beth, hey Robert. Let's get into who's on the cast today. So as we said, Mess 5150 here, sitting in my grand little seat. We also have our co-host, Mr. Bcon.
What up? Testing out the new mic.
There first, yeah. Not so close.
Not so close. No touchy.
We have our other podcast host from our affiliate podcast, Nerd Mosh Pit, Mr. BigPapaMatt.
Hey, everybody.
Playa.
Yo.
And then we have our female persuasion, as always, Mrs. SuperWhovianFreak.
She's still muted.
Yeah.
She has a mute button right
yeah, I forgot I muted it at the beginning. So what is up?
We
gotta love those technical glitches.
So, like I said, we're going to talk nerd news. We're going to talk sequels that we want to see made. We're going to talk about the Nerd Fight polls for the Doctor Who. It's going to be our second week of follow-up to Doctor Who to follow with the final episode of the season. But before we get into that, Bcon, let's talk about what you're playing or watching right now. Just a little quick.
Yeah, I am playing Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor, defending Middle Earth from all evil. There's actually some clips that we just put up on YouTube, actually, of me slaying. So it's fun.
What about you, BigPapaMatt?
Oh, man. I was just playing the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, smashing crates, getting tiki masks, and figuring out why I love Super Mario so much, because that game is whack with the jumps. Man, you just think games that have great controls when you play that kind of stuff.
I thought he was going to break his controller, like, for sure.
Oh, man, it was bad.
And then while SuperWhovianFreak tells us what she's watching or playing right now, guys, sound off in the chat room. Let us know if there's something interesting you're
Johnson
watching.
in the house, everybody.
Welcome, Ken.
I've got a mercenary I'm building up in Star Wars: The Old Republic, so running through Drummond Cass right now, wrecking some havoc and having fun. And then watching, I just almost caught up with Preacher. I got 2 more episodes to go. And so I'm getting my binge watch done this weekend, and I'll be ready. It's a good show. It's a good train. You got to get on it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
awesome. I did get back onto the video game realm again. I am playing a game that came out for PS Plus about a year ago. So it shows how far behind I am on games, but I got it for free. It's a game called Broken Age by the same makers of Brutal Legend. Got some great voice casting.
Fine. How dare you?
Double Fine. Yes, Double Fine. A great point and click game to go along with the old Lucas Arts point and click game. So having a lot of fun with it. You can pound it out in probably about 2 to 3 days because I think I'm about 3/4 of the way through it already. Just didn't want to put it down. So let's move on to.
Yeah, just real quick, we got a ton of game night stuff that we're doing. I know SuperWhovianFreak and Jack Malice did a recording for some Star Wars Old Republic. Of course, I'm throwing out some Middle Earth stuff, but definitely check out on the YouTube channel. There's an actual playlist category of Malice Corp game night, so you can see what we're playing, and it's a lot of fun.
Sconehenge wants to make sure I give my beard a shout out, so that's here as well. My beard is here. I thank you, Scone. And then Marley Ball, what's up, brother? And Ken Johnson, head shooting fools in Battlefront like a champion. So we appreciate you guys. And anything else you guys are playing, shout it out.
Nice. Okay, so let's get right into the nerd news while everybody's kind of shouting that out. First and foremost, we have an event coming up in a few weeks. That's a pretty big geek event, and that is going to be San Diego Comic-Con. And to go along with that, they did announce that by way of Instagram from Ryan Reynolds that Deadpool 2 now has Ryan Reynolds on set filming scenes. And then on top of that, Josh Brolin put out some photos of showing him getting ready to do filming some cable scenes. So I wrote an article about what that means for San Diego Comic-Con. Basically, Deadpool's going to be there. If you go and you read the article with what they did with Guardians of the Galaxy years ago for Marvel, with the limited amount of stuff that they had to be able to bring and have a great panel, there's no reason that Deadpool 2 isn't there. So go check out the article, see the thoughts on how that's going to help benefit for Comic-Con, because people are getting a little worried that there's not going to be as many movies there as previous years. Bcon, you had some news about the Walk of Fame.
Dude, I'm gonna read through this big huge list, okay, and then I'm just gonna call out like 2 people in particular that no, 3 people maybe. Anyway, big list of stars that are joining the Walk of Fame class of 2018. So the category motion pictures, you have Jack Black, Kirsten Dunst, Jeff Goldblum, finally, F. Gary Gray, Mark Hamill, About Damn Time, Jennifer Lawrence, Gina Lola Brigidia. I can't say her name right. Minnie Mouse. Like, how does Mickey have his star and Minnie doesn't? Like, there's something sexist about that.
Well, Minnie Mouse makes 70% to his 100%. So that's
true story. Hey, so Nick Nolte and Zoe Saldana. So in the category of television, you have Anthony Anderson, Gillian Anderson. X-Files, of course. Linda Carter, finally. No relation. Simon Cowell, RuPaul Charles, Taraji Henson, Eric McCormick, Ryan Murphy, Niecy Nash.
Yes, Niecy Nash from, yes.
I want to say the names right, but it's not going to happen. Maddie Pattinkin, Shonda Rhimes, and posthumously, Steve freaking Irwin. Thank you. All right, in the category of recording, you have Mary J. Blige, Sir Richard Branson, Petula Clark, Harry Connick Jr., Ice-T, Snoop to the D-O-double-G.
You wanted to say something.
Yeah. Carrie Underwood, and Weird Al. Weird Al Yankovic finally getting a star as well. So the category of radio, Steve Jones, and in the category of live theater performances, you have Charles Aznavour, Lin-Manuel Miranda, and posthumously Bernie Mac America.
Wow, so, Bernie, about time.
Yeah, pretty long, large list. And Ken Johnson, I saw, commented on how is Jennifer. I think he meant Jennifer. He said Kennifer Lawrence.
Nice. But he also, Robert is calling you guys out to get off a PvE server so he can come hunt you down like Republic scum that you are.
Yeah.
So, I don't think they're a Republic.
I said I was playing a mercenary. Why I'm the Republic scum playing a mercenary? That doesn't. I'm a little offended.
There's the question towards Anthony Anderson and RuPaul getting a
I don't even know.
Yeah, but moving along,
is phenomenal. So Anthony Anderson deserves it for sure.
I like Anthony Anderson a lot. Moving along before we get into the other movie nerd news, BigPapaMatt had there's a new item that's finally kind of coming out that you were looking to pre-order from
Oh man, the problem is you can't pre-order it anywhere, man. The new Super Nintendo Entertainment System Classic Edition is out. So obviously Nintendo did this last year with their standard NES. Now they're doing it with the SNES. Great games got announced for it. You had a couple. Well, one, Star Fox 2, which was never released in the States, is going to be on it. But a couple of the big ones, Mega Man 10, Secret of Mana, Star Fox, Castlevania 4, Street Fighter 2, Super Mario Kart, Super Mario RPG, which is the best RPG from Super Mario, Donkey Kong Country, Earthbound, Final Fantasy 3, and plenty others. But is there anything, have you guys seen this list yet? Have any of you guys kind of checked that out, list out yet?
I checked out some of it, but I didn't get really in depth with it. I just saw that Star Fox 2 was going to be released for the first time. I thought that was kind of cool. So.
Well, here's the thing. Star Fox 2, absolutely, that's kind of cool. But the thing is A Link to the Past is on there, thank goodness, because that, once again, the best Zelda ever created. Yes, I've said it, so dropping mics there. But one of the big games that got released, left off, Chrono Trigger was completely absent. Final Fantasy 2, completely absent. Just some really big names and titles from that standard era that never really got on. So if you guys check this list out, you can find them on all the big game sites. Check it out. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. What Super Nintendo games are you hoping to see on that, man? Let us know, because it looks great, but nobody's doing pre-orders yet. I literally called a couple of GameStops up as soon as it got announced and like, yeah, we're doing a phone list. So once the pre-orders come out, we'll let you know. And then I got a call back like an hour later and they're like, yeah, we have to get rid of the phone lists. We're not allowed to do that. It's just more than likely it's just going to be Nintendo shorting the supply again and not letting us get anything. So we'll see.
Sconehedge said maybe Mother 3.
Yeah, well, we'll see if the 2 gets on there first more than anything. I mean, Super Metroid's on there. I mean, you got some just killer system titles on there, but the biggest, I mean, literally, Chrono Trigger is known as the best RPG of all time. And for it not to be show up is it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, there was some that people were upset about. So, but getting into the movie nerd news.
Whoa! There's one more, because you guys blew over this. All right. Okay. One of the biggest games that got left off was the one. Well, there's 2 actually that I feel, but first was Mortal Kombat, but the second was NBA Jam. Got left off the list. I mean, I'm not screaming boom shakalaka on this
from downtown.
I'm not really wanting it.
It's good. Sorry.
Yeah, and if it does become available, as you guys always know, you can go to the website, go to the Amazon links down at the bottom of an article, and you can buy the mini SNES through Amazon through our site. So that would be a win-win.
Let me tell you something, people. If you go to Amazon, you put something into your wish list, and then you go to that, you click the link, and then you go and you pull it off your wish list and you buy it. It helps us out. So you can actually put it on your wish list, and as soon as it's available, go through the site and buy it.
Nice. SuperWhovianFreak, you had some DCEU news for one of
DCEU to drop on you. Yeah, sorry. Matt Reeves is taking over the new Batfleck movie. So that's kind of exciting. I know I shouldn't call it the Batfleck, but it is Batfleck. So he's taken it over. Ben Affleck, for whatever reason, gave up control of the directing process. And so he's taken it over, and he's taking it in a whole new direction. As he puts it, it's going to be the world's greatest, beefiest detective to hit the screen. And it's going to be noir type. Deathstroke is not going to be in it. It's going to be the Penguin instead. So I like that. Personally, I think that fits better with the detective noir feel that it has going. And it's been, you know what, I know we've had the Penguin before with Danny DeVito, but I think it's been long enough to where it's going to be a little bit more of a fresh take, and it's going to be almost like a fresh new villain because it has been so long in between movies. And then, so he's going to be doing it kind of like he's drawing from Hitchcock. He's drawing from those big directors like that in the past. So I think it's going to be good. I think it could be really, really good.
That's the thing that's hoping for. I mean, Batman is known as the greatest detective in comics. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, beefiest. Now he's the beefiest.
Eating his beefaroni. Yeah. To be able to potentially get a noir detective film with Batman, I'm
almost hoping for like a Dick Tracy feel to come from this movie, because I liked Dick Tracy.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
Before we move on to the last article, and I want to get other people's opinions about that. And what do you guys think? Do you think it's good that they're going to be doing a noir Batman detective film? I know.
Beth said, yeah, blah blah, dark Batman, boring, but
it's not dark.
You don't have noir. Does not have to be dark. Mm-mm. Noir can be. It's just because it's black and white. It does not necessarily mean brooding.
Yeah.
I think
it's Batman though. It should be
kind of what Batman
he'll be a
does.
little bit brooding, but he's not necessarily going to be the level that he was in freaking Batman versus Superman, or
Dark Knight,
even the third the Dark Knight, or the third one, that the Dark Knight Rises, because I'm horrible with names.
You got it.
I did just see a comment in there. Stonehenge, beefiest worries me. Detective makes me happy about time. So that's yeah. So but yeah, another thing this is on the Marvel side. BigPapaMatt came across everybody that's being announced to actually be in Infinity Wars. It's pretty. Speaking of beefy.
Yeah. Whoa.
So what are we getting in that?
Man, a little bit of everybody, to tell you the truth. They announced over 20 characters right now. So if they've been on the screen right now, they're gonna be on. So everybody from Thanos, who's only really been seen in after credit scenes at the moment. The Collector's coming back, but every single Guardians of the Galaxy character that's been out. I mean, it was insane, the list. I mean, I can't even go through everybody because it would take up pretty much the rest of the cast, because it's over 25, 27 people right now. And they're saying there's going to be a couple of scenes where over 20 of them will all be on the screen at the same time.
Okay. Yeah, it's going to be massive. And there was another article that came out earlier about the weekend news, and it talked about Kevin Feige saying that there are going to be definite some of our favorites that are not going to be in after this film. So we had some speculation on who we think that is and stuff like that. But the last bit of movie nerd news was Hellboy on the whole remake that's going on. Neil Marshall, the director of Hellboy now, came out and said that it is going to be R-rated, gory, bloody, and filled with practical effects. So if anything, that is kind of a win because I love practical effects in films. I think it actually looks better on a lot of films when it's that way. And if you're going to go bloody and gory, Neil Marshall is the way to go. I mean, Descent, Centurion. He did a couple episodes of Game of Thrones. He did The Watchers on the Wall. He did the pilot episode of Timeless and stuff. The guy knows how to make some pretty good stuff to watch that will lead into the bloody and gory thing. I mean, I know Bcon's not too pleased with anything having to go with it.
hashtag not my Hellboy.
Not my Hellboy. Well, It seems like we also have a lot of the chat room pretty torn on the Batman setups.
Yeah.
Not a ton of people. We had a few that's really excited about the noir style, but for the most part, man, it's very all over the place. So maybe we should get a poll up on the new Batman. We'll see.
Yeah, and then Eric Williams just asked who's playing. I can't remember his exact name, but it's the chief of police from Stranger Things is playing the new Hellboy. So, but yeah, sound off in the chat as well, guys. Do you think having a nice R-rated, dark, gory Hellboy is gonna make up for losing Guillermo and Ron Perlman? Let us know. So, moving on, we're gonna go into our nerd fight. And this week's nerd fight, the results was we did best Doctor Who villain. And it was an interesting response to it. So there was actually 2 polls running for it. Because
only one that counts, though.
Yeah, I know. Lucky dog. The got kicked off of Reddit for our poll, so we
Yeah.
they let us create
What
the
are you
poll on a
gonna do?
different site. Yeah, because they didn't want us to
What
do
are you
self
gonna
promotion, which we weren't trying to. We wanted to create a conversation, but it's okay. The choices that we had in it, we had Vashta Narada, the Daleks, Cybermen, Master, Weeping Angels, and Satan. Now, if we went to the other poll, the Master is just destroying, but that one doesn't matter. So we'll go to what's going on with the actual poll. And Satan from the Devil's Pit has and is not 100% losing. They're tied with the last place, but I did get a mention on Reddit asking why there wasn't more votes for Satan, and I said go vote. So they went vote on our site. Cybermen, which was one of the picks from the chat for in place of BigPapaMatt's pick, has 2 votes as well, which once again, not understanding why there's not more for that, but the second or the first pick from the chat room last week was the Daleks. And
Exterminate.
there we go. Thank you, Bcon.
Explain. Explain.
Yeah, explain why they're not higher. People aren't voting. Yeah. So Daleks only had 8 votes. Then we got into the more actual creepier type of the actual scare you villains, and that was the Vashta Narada with 17 votes. SuperWhovian, what anything?
There was just not a lot of people seem to be responding, and people like the Vashta Narada, but like you said, people were taken off on that other poll, and it was hard to draw them back into the site. So
yeah, exactly.
They still scare me, I'll tell you that much.
So in second place with 29 votes is the Master. That was my pick. I went with them, and the way I was kind of preaching him out to people was he's basically Sherlock's Moriarty, in my opinion. So he did well there for a little bit, but we know who's gonna and it's just because you can't look away from the voting for him. So Weeping Angels are number 1 with 35 votes. And
so from the chat channel, we're actually getting some craziness still about Batman on that real fast. To tell you the truth, like Stonehenge is really wanting to make sure that first of all, a little bit of Hellboy there, but he wants to make sure it's not like The Descent, more like his TV shows on the director there.
Okay.
But we're not necessarily getting a ton of love for the Batfleck, man. Like, what do you guys think? I mean, I thought Ben Affleck was pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie.
I liked him as Batman.
I thought he was pretty
saving
good.
grace of that film.
And then we also had something I thought was kind of a cool idea here was we needed to maybe start getting a spin-off of Nightwing and maybe do something like that, where maybe Nightwing goes to Noir and let him do the Noir style, inner monologue, detective style.
They're making the Nightwing film. The guy that made Lego Batman is directing it.
Once again, though, as that would be the Noir style, not Batman himself.
Yeah, but I'm just reiterating that they are making the Nightwing film.
Absolutely, it's coming. It maybe we'll see.
No, he's already been hired. So okay. So we're gonna get into next week's nerd fight later. Bcon will have the first pick, but make sure you guys, that little eye up in the top corner, it's one
right
corners
there.
Make sure you click on that and vote for of the choices that are there for who you think should be into the poll for. What the poll is, let me explain that. Maybe that's why we don't know what to vote on. The poll is the best doctor and companion team. So which team did you think was the best of all the doctor companion combos or even the threesomes?
Hey.
So but we get deeper into that. Let's talk about our main segment, and this is where I want to get some stuff from you guys out in the chat room as well. What movies that are older, 10 years and beyond, do you think should be made into a sequel? Why? What type of loose ends would you like to see tied up, and what type of story would you like to see happen? The reason we're going into this subject is last Sunday was the 35th anniversary of Blade Runner. So 35 years after the movie originally came out, we're getting the sequel in October. And I don't know about everybody else, but I'm super, super excited for it and looking forward to it. Anybody else looking forward to it?
Absolutely.
Just BigPapaMatt.
I'll take that, please. I'm there for it. So if I have to stand alone in line to see that thing, I can't wait. I'm all about it.
Yeah, no, it's going to be amazing. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. So, and then on top of that, a few weeks ago, about 4 or 5 weeks ago, they finally greenlit Top Gun 2 was going to happen. So with more, I think the
yeah, man, Kenny Loggins was finally available to make the soundtrack, so they're ready to go on
it. So we're getting movies that have been sitting there for a while waiting to happen, and I want to get everybody's choices on theirs. Let's start. Who wants to go first? Bcon, you got your movie?
Yeah, I got a couple. I'll start with one. It would be 10 years. By the time it's made, it will have been 10 years. And it's only because I have a certain scene. We were talking about Top Gun, and so it made me think of Tom Cruise, who is not my favorite actor by any means, but there is one movie. There is one movie that I absolutely loved him in, and that's Tropic Thunder. Can I get another Tropic Thunder with Tom Cruise doing the dance? Like, can I just get that? The apple bottom jeans, like.
Only if it starts with McConaughey running through a forest.
Yeah, well, the movie left us with McConaughey stranded,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think it should focus on them going back to save Matthew McConaughey.
So real quick, we got a couple of quick sequels. Sconehenge says we were promised Buckaroo Banzai, so that needs to come up.
Yeah.
And then Ken Johnson, it was announced in Spaceballs 1, but Spaceballs 2, the search for more money.
Right. Where's that?
So we're still waiting on that one. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there.
I actually heard a rumor not too long ago that Mel Brooks was actually going to start making Spaceballs 2. He's trying to write it up and stuff. So I don't know if it was a rumor. I don't know how much truth is to it, but
may the Schwartz be with you.
Well, here's the thing: is you can't do a true one because Candy's not there for Barf.
True.
So I'm just gonna put that out there.
That's
when
true.
When Candy left us, the hope for Spaceballs 2 left us.
Yeah, maybe they'll play it off of Force Awakens and do a spin. And if you guys haven't seen Force Awakens yet, I'm sorry, the spoilers. You should know by now.
Yeah,
maybe they'll flip the spin. Maybe instead of the Han Solo characters, and they'll just
Is there anybody that could fill that role?
They'll switch it over. Is that what you're trying to say, Wes? Is they're going to get a Schwartz ring and kill off Barf? Are you kidding me right now?
I would have said Chris Farley could do it, but of course he's not.
Wow, you're just going to bring up all the big guys that died?
No, I'm just saying.
What are you going to do? You making me worry. I'm making you
BigPapaMatt, we're going to get you to fill in. It's your job.
Oh man,
it's a tough role, but
that's a tough life all of a sudden, man. Tough life.
Yeah, that's why I was going to pinpoint the same thing. What's the factor of the big man? But it goes along with those other things that, like, movies that have been commented on before. One of mine that I would like to see get made, and I'm wondering where the heck it is. When Kill Bill first came out and Volume 2 was going out, Quentin said that his plan was 10 years down the line to be able to use the same actors and actress, the little girl that was the African-American daughter. They would do a Kill Bill Volume 3, and she would go after the bride for killing her mom. And where's my Kill Bill 3? That's what I want to know, is because I don't want it to be another Vega Brothers.
Yeah.
Quentin said that he wanted to do a prequel of the Vega Brothers.
Maybe he couldn't. Yeah, maybe he couldn't lock down the actors and the actresses for it. Maybe it was just scheduling conflicts, or
he just has so many ideas and things in his head that he spouts off what he wants to do, but then doesn't always do it. And that's
the thing is,
and he gets all his fans excited. And then
Tarantino has announced 10 films. He said he's only doing 10 and he's retiring. is he really going to spend two of those ideas on a sequel? He hasn't done a sequel yet. Why make a sequel now? So, Kill Bill was 2 parts because it was such a long story. I don't think he should waste one of his 10 movies on a 3rd film there.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. It's a nice idea, though.
It's a great idea, but I'd rather see something new from him every time because he always goes out and surprises us, man. I mean, we could have lost something like Django or Inglourious Bastards, Hateful Eight for a Kill Bill 3, and I don't want to see that.
Not Inglourious Bastard. Yeah, I was just saying, Inglourious Bastard is amazing.
Even Django was pretty good.
Right.
That's something we could have lost though if he had to fit in the Kill Bill 3.
I got you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. We could have lost those for a Kill Bill 3. But you're getting a whole lot of extra sequels. Yep. They do like the idea, Wes. I'm not gonna lie. The chat room is loving your idea. We're getting a lot of that in here. But we had Fight Club 2.
Yep.
We also had They Live 2.
Well, I have
also, and I'm actually really into this one. Ken shouted it out, but Last Starfighter 2, that would be awesome.
That would be cool.
Yeah, Hellboy 3. Hellboy 3.
It's a sequel, not a trilogy movie.
It doesn't matter.
We'll do that next week. We'll do trilogy film next week. Come and tune in for next week's trilogy films. So my sequel, I don't know if this sequel is needed, but I just watched it today as I was working from home in the home office here. But I have 2, so I have to do 2. But the first one that I really wanted, and I was laughing with Weston in the car today as we were talking a little bit about it, but I want a Kroll 2. I want the original fidget spinner to come back and give me a Kroll 2.
That's funny.
So that's what I want there for it. And then my second film that I need a sequel for, and I need it big and beautiful and Hollywood IMAX style, is Dune. Please give me a Dune sequel.
Yes.
I love David Lynch, but I don't want a sequel. I want them to make it right. So
even then, you know what? But give me something Dune. I want some Dune love, man.
Yeah, exactly. I mean that universe is so rich. So
it is. I mean, there were 6 books for it for a reason. Make something happen.
Yeah.
Right.
For me, I want Where Is My Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy 2.
I actually liked it.
I love that
first
movie
one was excellent
so much. It had, it had Zooey Deschanel before she became huge. It's got Martin Freeman. It's got that sad little emo robot, which would totally fit in today's generation.
Unfortunately, but you'd have to get a new voice for him. So
I know they would have to get a new voice for him, but I mean, they had so many more books in that series. You could bring Mos Def back. Everybody loves Mos Def.
Mos Def.
And just make it happen. Martin Freeman is a freak of nature. He hasn't aged. Zooey Deschanel she looks exactly the same. So does Mos Def. Make it happen.
Yeah. And to respond to what you were saying, Big Papa, or Matt, from behind
when you call me Big Papa.
Throw your hands
from behind the curtain, we got some comments from
we did
from Jack Malice. Yeah. He said that the sequels to Dune, the novels are kind of nuts. So yeah, they do get wild out there. So
yeah, but how awesome would that be? Because you have so much technology now that can make this world that's just so amazing. I would love it. But we also had to shout out for the A-Team too. I think Ken's the only one that's that.
No. I liked that put together. I thought that was a tent franchise they were trying to get made.
Absolutely. I just have to say to SuperWhovianFreaks right there, Hitchhiker's Guide made me fall in love with Mr. Sam Rockwell, and you even got some more Sam Rockwell love in the chat room too, because the dude is just a beast. If you have not watched Moon, go watch Moon. He's phenomenal.
Oh, that's such a great movie. Yeah, that is a great movie. So to piggyback back onto the older films, the one that I had my other little choice of film that I wanted to see get made hasn't been made, and it's ripe for the picking right now, especially with Josh Brolin getting popular now. Goonies.
Oh, yes.
No.
No,
Corey Feldman is too crazy for Goonies.
Dude, that's been something that's been talked. So, oh man, I should.
And has anybody even seen Data? I mean, where's he been? Where is he at?
That doesn't know.
Well, no time to love, Dr. Jones. I'm out of here.
Yeah, exactly. That's the one character I wanted them to bring him back for Crystal Skull, and then so now we're getting Indiana Jones 5. So bring back. Give me some Short Round.
Man, I can't find my Goonies shirt. Yeah, jeez. I'm in my own closet and I can't.
You're in the closet with the shirt. Why can't you find it?
They teased us at Comic-Con last year. They teased us so hard with that they were getting ready to finally do a Goonies because they were going to have an anniversary panel, and they said there was big things coming with it, and then all of a sudden the panel got canceled. And that was like,
yeah, it's been talked about for a long time, and man, that would be so sweet. I love Goonies.
Oh yeah. So your
but
Goonies,
don't kill the original.
The chat room saying no. They're about to revolt on us, Wes. No Goonies.
Goonies never say die.
I see Goonies never die.
Goonies never say die. Yeah.
They never say die. Doesn't mean they come back.
Yeah.
If you do it right. It's all about if you do it right. I mean,
absolutely.
But I can understand what the chat channel is saying, because when you have something that's good, like, you don't want it being messed up, man. When it's something that you love, it's your childhood. Like, dude, don't go and mess up.
Kid with the amazing downtown shot here, give Sloth plastic surgery. So that would be a whole daytime, lifetime drama all in itself for Sloth's plastic surgery journey.
Yeah, the chat room has spoken no on the Goonies, so okay.
Yeah, you're getting outvoted big.
Okay,
fair enough.
So once again, guys, make sure that you are check marking on that poll, the little eye up in the top right corner, to let us know if who you want to be the pick for the fan vote on there. Anybody else have any? I know.
So here's the thing. I appreciate we have Ken in here, and he's still talking about the Sloth plastic surgery thing. Now he's pitching for Sloth to be a plastic surgeon. Come on, the guy can barely hold a baby Ruth. He cannot hold the scalpel. There's no way. There's no way he's gonna be able to do it. Also, you guys, make sure that you give us those likes out there if you guys are enjoying the show. We're having a ton of fun with you tonight. Thank you guys for lighting up the chat room right now. But make sure you pound on that like button as much as you can. I appreciate y'all.
Absolutely. And if you haven't subscribed before, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can keep it up with us when we do all this kind of new stuff. SuperWhovian did, I know I told her it was sequels to movies, but she did bring up that she had a TV show that she wanted to see a sequel to or continuation of. While she gives us that, I want to reach out to Jack Malice out there. He can write it into the chat that I have going with him if he wants. But I want to know what this. I want to know what
does he want? Yeah,
he'd like to see get turned into a sequel. So, but SuperWhovian, what's that TV show?
Of course, I'm drawing a blank.
Okay, yeah.
I remember we did have this conversation, and I asked you if we could have TV shows, and now I can't for the life of me remember what the hell I was talking about.
So apparently, it wasn't that important of a TV show.
No, it was something I know I wanted, and I just, for the life of me, I've got movies on the brain. I'm thinking about Hancock right now, and I just.
Oh yeah, that was another one that people wanted actually. Yeah,
and so TV shows. Wes, or Mess, you remember what I was?
No.
I know. I cannot for the life of me remember what the heck I was talking about.
Oh, so wait, I got to pinpoint onto what BigPapaMatt said in the chat. What's this about the Clockwork Orange possibly on the horizon?
So there's just been, it's been rumors kicked around on a couple of different things where, someone's starting to write, someone's starting to produce, someone's starting to get screenwriters available for it. But I don't see anything. It's on the horizon. It's deep. It's all whispers and rumors as of now. But a lot of the Kubrick films have been in talk to try to get back in action and get some updates. So I would love a Clockwork Orange to get an update. It would be phenomenal. We're also getting the chat room is just lighting this place up right now. It's phenomenal. Demolition Man 2. We're looking at maybe even a Firefly sequel from Marley. I wouldn't mind that one.
We want Serenity so bad. Yeah,
that's why I said Serenity.
Yeah. Firefly would be great. Serenity would be killer. But yeah, it's just going nuts, man. We're having some killer stuff right here. You guys are fantastic. I really appreciate y'all.
Yeah. And Jack Malice did chime in, and he does also want a Buckaroo Banzai sequel. So
Buckaroo Banzai, what's the one with like the weird robot that's like
that was Buck Rogers in the 25th century.
Buck Rogers. That was creepy.
Okay, guys, we're bringing up
Flash Gordon 2
and Buck Rogers.
Flash.
The thing is that you don't have Queen around to make the soundtrack, so I don't know if I want that as much.
We can just use the same one. We'll just roll it twice. It's good.
Also, Ken wants to let us know he's here all week. Try the veal. I don't know what we're gonna get veal, but I'll try it.
There's a subscription box.
I'll eat it.
There's a subscription box video coming out later, either tomorrow or any day after that. But we're talking about Goonies. We're talking about Buck Rogers 25th Century. Watch the BAM box, the subscription unboxing that's coming out, because it has all those type of items within it.
Yeah, we should have it out tonight or tomorrow morning. It's rendering as we speak.
Sorry, I recorded.
So Robert just dropped the greatest sequel ever, Raising Arizona 2.
But so we're gonna get Nick Cage back in it.
Heck yeah, especially if he's got a yodeling chase song again. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
What's your counterpoint, Bcon?
Don't you dare sass the great state of Arizona and their
Hey, nothing wrong.
Do it.
Probably the best movie he's ever done, and probably the only good movie he's ever done.
Wow, you are not a Cage fan at all.
Dude, hell to the no.
All right, everybody, tune in for an episode later on in the week where we debate Nick Cage
the
films.
merits of Nicolas Cage.
Put it in. It'll be on the calendar. Come check us out another night.
Put that as a poll. Is Nicolas Cage worth
anybody's time?
Worth
yes or no?
He's I'm not a big fan of his, but he has done a couple good movies that I enjoy. I will say that.
Drop some love in for Inception 2. I'm in. Let me know if that totem dropped or not, man. I can't take it anymore.
Yeah, that
Watchmen, another Watchmen sequel.
We got to get Watchmen right first.
Yeah, that's true.
Of that Queen going to do the soundtrack. Jack Malice jumped in with saying the Darkness could do the soundtrack for
Darkness. I believe in a thing called love. My heart.
So,
I'm not gonna lie, my cousin walked down the aisle to that thing after he got married, and I cried. I started laughing out loud, and everybody gave me the dirtiest looks, and I was laughing, and my cousin just gave me a big old thumbs up. He's like, "You got it."
This guy gets it. This guy.
I have one family member I respect.
So it sounds like there's a lot of movies that could get great sequels that we want to see happen and stuff. But since we're running through time and stuff, let's get into the new nerd fight, which is going to be the best Doctor Who and companion team. And make sure you guys keep getting that votes in, because otherwise it's a unanimous vote that I'm seeing up there as of right now. But
we have the poll up also, you guys, if you go to the top right, if you're looking at the screen top right, you can pull up that poll, and if you scroll down, so refresh your pages, scroll down, and there will be a Nicolas Cage poll on there for yes or no on Nick Cage. So I just make sure we got that out there so you guys can make Bcon feel like a fool.
I won't.
For the Nick Cage love. The Nick Cage's love is out there.
God, dude, you know what? He ruined Ghost Rider. I think that's what I'm still stuck on.
He did.
He was not
stop that. Hollywood ruined Ghost Rider. Hollywood ruined
that movie had a lot of things wrong with it, and it was not all Nicolas Cage fault.
If by that logic, you're saying Hugh Jackman ruined Wolverine 3, and obviously, we know that's not true.
Well, Wolverine 3 was Logan, so
whatever. Wolverine was 5, X-Men 7, whatever.
You're talking about the one with him and Sabretooth, right?
Whatever it was.
First one, so
because that one was pretty
I'm just spitting numbers out because I'm watching the Nick Cage go through the roof.
Are people responding to
I don't
it?
know. We'll see in a little bit. We'll see.
Okay.
I only see my own response.
So we're scaring Mr. Ken Johnson because he says another poll that I have no clue. So,
Ken, you love you some Nick Cage, don't you lie?
So, we did get 12. Amy and Rory Pond. Yeah, that's gonna be coming. Don't worry, it's Stonehenge. That's gonna. Okay, so voting rights, Mr. Bcon, for the first pick of this new nerd fight poll.
First pick of the draft.
First pick of this. Is this the first time that you've won since Merlin?
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
He won for Captain Jack, dude.
Oh yeah, duh.
Can we get another poll? Like, how terrible is Nickelback? Like, on a scale of like 1 to crap.
Or do they fall in your guilty
It's been a while. Was it
pleasure?
Nickelback? That was Stained, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Stained, man. What's up?
Was it? Oh, Jay. Oh, damn.
That was Stained that's saying it.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That was terrible.
Bubba Hotep. Hotep.
Oh yes,
Bubba Hotep.
yes, that needs a sequel.
Bubba
Absolutely.
Hotep. Sorry, that
Bubba Hotep needs a sequel. Bubba Hotep needs a sequel. Army of Darkness 2 is a show called Ash vs. Evil Dead. It is fantastic.
I was going to say Ash vs. Evil Dead on Stars. Go check it out. It's already on. It's already out there right now.
Well worth your time.
So let's get into your pick.
Yeah. I'm going to go with a threesome because why not? There are two great threesomes in New Who. Okay.
Oh man, you guys, we're not gonna get an explicit tag. I promise. Just follow along with what's happening here.
Okay.
Follow along. Just let us.
Let it play out. Let it play out.
I know it's the internet, but it's a different kind of threesome.
There's room in the blue box for everybody. Okay. It's okay. It's bigger on the inside. All right. But I've got to go with my favorite companions, which is David Tennant, Rose, and Captain Jack.
Okay.
They're amazing. The three of them together are just, you could go Rose and Tennant is a great combo. A lot of people love it. But I think when you add Jack to that mix, John Barrowman is like, if you think Rose and the Doctor flirt, like, go back and watch how Captain Jack and the Doctor interact, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
You have to compare too that I actually thought that the flirting was really good too with Eccleston.
Yeah, because it was
the flirting
more between
point out though that Beth probably has description ever of the two worst things that we've talked about. So Nickelback equals a black hole of sludge and hopelessness where you only see a Nicolas Cage marathon.
I would never have read that out loud. I never would have read that out loud. How dare you? How dare you?
Thank you, man.
You better be lucky if your tongue doesn't fall out by the end of the night saying blasphemy like that. Blasphemy. Blasphemer.
And Robert is responding to you, BigPapaMatt, with threesomes. What kind of nerd show is this?
Exactly, right? Hey, man, the Mario Brothers and the Princess. That's the original threesome. So,
yeah.
Don't forget Toad.
Hey, man, Toad is a whole nother monster. We won't even get into that one.
Thing.
There's a reason why he's always in the castle left behind when King Koopa and the princess bail out.
So Beacon's pick is Tennant, Rose, and Barrowman, and Doctor. My pick, I'm going with that. You took my pick.
The other threesome.
I'm going with the other threesome.
which I'm gonna say, like, I love your pick too. I mean, like,
so
very close second for me.
Yeah, well, one, it does have my favorite companion mixed into it as well. So, but I'm taking Matt Smith, Mr. number 11, with Amy Pond.
The Pond.
And both of them. Yeah, so Rory as well. I think the dynamic of Rory just Amy helped make 11 better, but the dynamic of Rory mixed in there just made the team as a whole like outstanding to watch, super fun to watch, and everything like that. So that's where I'm at with my pick. The Vashta Narada was the third from winning. That'll be SuperWhovianFreak.
Well, I'm pulling out an unique trio.
You're pulling out a threesome?
Which,
Another threesome. Whoa!
And it's
Three in a row.
it is not going to include the other trio of Tenet, which you could have thrown in. You could have gone with Mickey instead of Jack.
True.
Yeah. Mickey never gets any love. But anyways, I'm
Doesn't,
going
but he's
with
great.
10.
Hey, Mickey got a lot of love. Minnie doesn't get
Mickey, I know.
Minnie's finally getting love. Like,
Yeah, finally. But I'm going with 10, Donna Noble, and Wilfred. Wilfred is very underrated. Donna and Wilfred together, they keep the Doctor on path. I mean, Wilfred becomes the Doctor's conscience after Donna leaves, is forced to leave the TARDIS. He is who he goes to for help when the Master is on, poised to bring Gallifrey back, bring the Time Lords back, and he's what ultimately causes the Doctor's regeneration into the 11th by getting trapped in the radiation chamber, and so he sacrifices himself to save Wilfred, and the three of them together, they're fantastic. I love Wilfred. He's one of my favorite characters of all time in classic Who Knew Who. That old man is a very underrated character.
Yeah. So I can see that. I gotta talk about what's going on in the chat with after about Toad mentioned.
I don't know. I don't know if you're going to be allowed to get on there. I mean, we might just have to have a black bar across the screen talking about what's going on with Toad right now for sure. Yeah. Whoa.
Wow.
Looking strong over there, chat room. I appreciate you.
They did throw out though a
But,
good suggestion.
Marley did agree with you guys talking about those dynamics with Amy and the Doctor, so that worked really well for him.
Yeah. So and we got some 10-12 and John Hurt. Yeah, talking about the Doctors. They're like family. I don't think I can say that, Eric, about Donna.
No. His bitchy conscience, yeah.
So, but yeah, to pinpoint to what SuperWhovianFreak was saying, there was a lot of love on Reddit for Donna. To kind of talk about it, she was the first character that wasn't like just infatuated with the Doctor. So she was the first to kind of go toe to toe with him and argue,
she pushed him.
be more argumentative.
Yeah. She definitely
So
challenged
it wasn't
him.
that.
Yeah, she never took a back seat to the Doctor.
Yeah.
Always
Yeah.
questioning, why are you doing this?
That.
Yeah.
So, no,
see
people
that.
absolutely love that. To continue with the picks for this week, I do want to let you know that we did have people sound off in Reddit for what pick they would like this week, and the number of people that went for Ace versus 7 was huge. So that is going. Oh, not versus. Yeah, Ace. 7 and Ace was huge. So that is actually going to be the ceremonial vote for the social media in there. Will be 7 and Ace. So getting some classic Who.
That's one of my favorite poker hands to play. There you go.
Ace 7.
7 and Ace. Ace 7.
So that'll be the internet vote. Mr. BigPapaMatt, you have the next pick. Because
I'm giving it all to the group here. I just don't know enough about Who, man. I've never been a big Who fan. I've tried to watch it a couple of times, and I started with I can't remember his name. Eagle something, whatever. I don't know.
Eccles. Yeah.
Eccleston.
Eccleston.
Eagle!
And he's a good guy. He was cool. And then I tried to get a little bit of David Tennant. I tried a little Matt Smith. I've dabbled with some Doctor Who, but it's not my favorite kind of nerd drug. I'm not gonna lie. So, drugs are bad, kids, and I think Doctor Who is too. So I'll let the chat room have my vote.
Well,
Yet he likes Nicolas Cage, so that should tell you people.
It shows you guys that what a real fan deserves in this world. Nicolas Cage.
We'll check in on the Nicolas Cage poll. So when I look at the Doctor Who poll, it looks like from the chat room, the most votes have been for. Yeah,
we're seeing I saw a few of the River songs, the 11 and River song. I don't know who that is though. So
that's Matt Smith and
oh, someone already took that though, right?
River
I think
song.
that was West. Right?
No, that one's open.
No,
it's
that's
not on
open,
the
yeah.
list, but Doctor and Sarah Jane is winning.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Well, there you go.
and
Whoever tried to pull Ken's
Doctor.
nerd card, he has an Atari and Alf.
I know.
So you can't pull that card. That's
No.
that's lifelong membership right there.
Yeah,
So good
that's
on you.
permanent residence. Permanent residence right there.
That's like diplomatic immunity nerd right there. You know, there's nothing he can do to get that card pulled.
yeah. So, okay, so we're gonna take Fourth Doctor and Sarah Jane from the chat room. That will give us 5 on there. Did we want to throw one more in?
I mean, I would say since Matt was saying he would go with help of the chat channel out. I say we go with 11 and River Song.
Yeah. Did anybody take Billy Piper? Because that's the only one I really remember.
yes, that was the first one.
I took her in a threesome.
I once again, I think you said Rose though. Is that the same? Is that Billy
Yeah,
Piper?
yeah,
Rose?
Yeah, Rose Tyler. Rose Tyler. Yeah.
Sorry, Doctor Who fans. Send all your hate mail to @westhall at Gmail.
Not even. It's a non-existent.
Who the heck?
Well, you blew that. All right. Send it to Malice Corp Live.
By the way, does anybody want to guess who's winning the Nicolas Cage poll?
I think it's good, isn't it?
Bad.
What? No, mine says good.
25% good, 50% bad, 25%. Who is Nick Cage?
And mine's not updating enough because it
Hit
says
that refresh button, baby.
I did hit it. So
I'm about to
Commodore
log.
64 in the house, Booth.
YouTube just doesn't like it.
I would say when you were talking about the
There we
new
go, there we
SNES system, I've still got my OG SNES and my OG NES systems
I still have mine as
and
well.
a Genesis.
So, yeah, I think it'd be cool to have the new system, but I still have all my OG stuff as well. So
Yeah, it's tied up 40-40-20. So, and then we had a couple of votes for to Doctor and Clara. It looks like, but so yeah. So our next week Nerf fight best companion team is going to be 10 Rose Barrowman, which Captain Jack, not Barrowman, Harkness, and then it's going to be 11 Amy Rory, 10 Donna Wilfred, 7 and Ace, 4th and Sarah Jane, and 11 and River Song. So guys, get out there, vote for it. Please send it out to others, tweet it out. If you use Reddit and you want to post the link to it, awesome, go for it.
because Wes keeps getting hit by Wes keeps getting hit with the Nerf stick on that one.
Because to me, they say it's self-promotion. So next week, we are going to finally get into that little building that's behind me is the San Diego Convention Center. The announcements for the panels that should be 100% coming to Comic-Con are going to drop next week. So we're going to talk about our favorite panels and what excitement we have for that and stuff. So we're going to start getting into some SDCC prep. So guys, join us for that, and let's get really nerdy with the Comic-Con stuff.
For sure. I don't know where the Ghost Boys came from, but
I don't know either. So,
Creepy.
but let's wrap this up. So first and foremost, I want to talk about some people that you can follow. Make sure you follow our website, malice-corp.com. That's where we write all of our articles. We don't just sit here and jabber for a little bit. We have fun writing stuff and writing our thoughts down and stuff. So guys, definitely check out those articles. Also check some of the great places out in San Diego. You have the Sky High Comics out there. It's a great comic book shop. And you have Battle Mage, which is a great pub that's got a lot of nerdy things going on with it. And really, it's someplace I plan to hit up on my way out to San Diego. So, Bcon, where can we follow you?
Yeah, you can follow me at IHateNicolasCage.com.
That's one that definitely isn't taken. So I'm glad you got that.
Oh, well played. You can follow me at Bcon_Malice Corp on Twitter. You can follow me at Bcon_Malice Corp on PlayStation Network as well. You can follow this cast at MaliceCast, and you can follow the main site at Malice Corp on Twitter.
All right. As always, guys, get your pen and papers out because here comes BigPapaMatt with his list of follows.
Ooh, let me stretch on that. Oh, I gotta warm up the vocal cords, man. You guys didn't give me enough time for this one. But BigPapaMatt on the website, malice-corp.com. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing to the channel here on our YouTube page. We really do appreciate it, you guys. Thank you all so much for the chat room being awesome. You can also follow me, BigPapaMatt, on Twitter, as well as my wonderful new podcast, Nerd Mosh Pit. We're gonna be on YouTube. We're gonna be on iTunes and Stitcher very soon. I'm calling it out right now. You guys heard it live on the internet. It will be on soon. Making it right here, right now. But go ahead and hit the website up, and you guys can find all of our shows on there right now. We just are ready to put up episode number 6 very shortly, so that's been recorded, ready to go. But follow us at on Instagram at BigPapaMatt, and then on Twitter, Nerd Mosh Pit as well. Let us know what you guys love and think. Hit me up at Son of Maku on Snapchat, SONOFMAKU, as well as my PlayStation Network tab if you guys want to get shot on something. I'm just playing a lot of Crash Bandicoot right now, so I'll probably get frustrated with that pretty soon, so I'll go back to shooting stuff in a couple days.
Did you guys get that? You got it all written down? So you don't need to repeat it, right?
I mean, we'll take it as a challenge. We'll call it the BigPapaMatt challenge. You guys can try.
SuperWhovianFreak, where can we follow you?
Why do you make me follow him? That's just mean.
I see it on this screen. Guys, we're reversed on the screen, so I always forget that. So with the way the order that you're seeing it is completely opposite of what I see.
Gotcha. Well, anyways, you can follow me on Twitter at SuperWhovianNut, and you can follow me on Instagram at SuperWhovianFreak. But follow me on Twitter. I'm much more exciting there than I am on Instagram.
Yep. She will talk in different languages.
She's quite the wordsmith.
I do.
Oh yeah.
I attempted Italian accents, made an ass of myself on Supernatural Celebrities Twitter feed. That was delightful.
But she might get a date out of it from.
Hey, you know what? I would
that could happen.
Italian in the world
if he's watching. It is Miss.
I will learn how to say that in Italian. It may not sound pretty, but it will come out in Italian.
It creams BigPapaMatt's cheese.
Especially when you make her follow me. It's really
That is my degree. Thank you, someone, for noticing. It just came in the mail right before I got home and jumped on this chat. I finally got my bachelor's.
Congrats. Totally congrats. No, on a serious note, super
amazing.
And lastly, if you would like to follow me, you don't have to, but if you'd like to, you can follow me on Twitter at @mest_Malice Corp. You can also follow me on Instagram at mest5150. You can follow you can follow the the channel, like we said, at MaliceCast. And you can follow the website at Malice Corp on Twitter.
That's right.
Yeah, and you can follow our producer at
that's right.
The Malice Corp page.
And you can follow Jack Malice at Jack_Malice, and So just to end it out here tonight, we just want to say thank you to everybody in the chat channel. It has been just amazing. And if you are not watching this live, you really should, because what happens in the chat channel stays in the chat channel.
Yeah, literally, you will not see this chat.
We see so much of it out loud on the show. But
it is so good. It is so good. There's so much happening in there. It is so much fun. And if we could probably spend a whole cast just reading what's in the chat channel, and it would be just as good. So
honestly,
we really, really appreciate all of you in that channel there. Thanks for jumping on with us. Thank you, everybody that's watching this, in the future. So talking to you, future people, thank you.
And if you guys want to help us out with support, make sure that when you watch the videos, you let the ads go all the way through. It does help us. We don't get paid for this. We do have fun doing this, but we do want to try and get better content out to you, and that would help. If you are on the website and you're reading an article and you find something that you'd like through Amazon, go through that Amazon link and go buy yourself something nice.
Yep, absolutely. And you can always subscribe to Audible as well, right, for the website. That helps out, as well as Kiwi Crate. If you want to sign up for a Kiwi Crate, you can get some discount for yourself, and you help us out as well. So we definitely want to say thank you to everybody. By the way, the final poll for tonight is that Nicolas Cage sucks. So thank you, everybody
I don't see that as an option. I don't see sucks as an option. But we do appreciate all you guys do, man. This is why we do this. This is all of us getting together, having fun, being nerds, having a blast with it. And we're so glad you guys get to join us and you enjoy this just as much as we do. So thank you guys, and keep bringing your friends, your family, your enemies, whatever it is. Keep having fun with them.
Yeah. Absolutely. Make sure you hit those like buttons, crush those like buttons, and hit that subscribe so you can stay up with us when we put up other videos. And
until next week, stay nerdy out there.